Welcome, my beautiful students. How are you today, girls? How are you? Okay, my beautiful students, today we will take a revision and tomorrow, inshallah, we will start taking the other book. We can, girls, okay? First of all, we will start with the day and the date. What's the day today? Today is what? Today is Sunday and the spelling is Sunday. What about the date? The date is 13 6 14 43 after Hijrah. Okay? So, as I told you girls, today we will take a revision and we will start with match column A with B. Okay, number one, we have it's 1:15. Two, it's 2 o'clock. Three, it's 3:30. Okay, so number one, it's what? Number one, it's 3:30. Number two, it's 1:15. Number three, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, so number one, it is 3:30. Number two, it is 1:15. And number three, girls, it is 2 o'clock. Okay, so now arrange the words to make a correct sentence. We have time, what, it, and is. We have to start with what? With what. So, what time is it? So again, what time is it? What time is it? What about number two? We have 8, I, lunch, and my. We have to start with what? With I, then 8, the verb in the past, then number 3, my, and number 4, lunch. So the whole sentence, I ate my lunch. Okay? Number 3, we have went, he, at 2 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, sorry, girls, and to bed. Number one, we have to start with the subject, and which is he. Number two, went. Three, he went to bed at 12 o'clock. Then, want I a doctor to be? I want to be a doctor. So I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor, okay? Now choose the color that you like. I will start from the red color until the yellow color, girls, and answer all these questions that we have under these boxes, okay? Number one, what do you want to be in the future? For example, girls, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a businesswoman, okay? Number two, what does your dad do? For example, my dad is a teacher. My dad is a doctor. My dad is a policeman. My dad is a pilot. Okay? Number three. How many hands are there in the clock? There are 2 hands in the clock, minute hand and hour hand. The red color, sorry. What does your mom do? My mom is a housewife. My mom, for example, is a housewife, okay? Or you can say, my mom is a teacher. My mom is a nurse, okay? Then make 2 sentences using the simple past tense. For example, we can say, I went to the mall yesterday. I bought an orange juice from the supermarket, okay? The yellow color, give me examples of jobs like what? We can say doctor, nurse, pilot, teacher, engineer, firefighter, architect, computer technician, pilot, policeman, businessman, businesswoman, okay? Now, if I ask you girls, what does a pilot do? What does a pilot do, girls? You have to say, a pilot flies planes. Again, what does a pilot do? A pilot flies planes. What about a doctor? What does a doctor do? A doctor helps sick people. Again, what does a doctor do? A doctor helps sick people. Again, girls, what does a doctor do? A doctor helps sick people. What about a nurse? What does a nurse do? A nurse helps the doctor. A nurse helps the doctor. Again, girls, what does a nurse do? A nurse helps the doctor. What does a nurse do? A nurse helps the doctor. What does a teacher do? What does a teacher do? A teacher explains the lessons. So, what does a teacher do? A teacher explains the lessons, okay? So now we will start reading this passage, girls. So please focus with me because I will ask you to read this passage during my virtual class, okay? So, Monday morning is market day. I go to the market for 1 fish, for 2 fish, 3 eggs, for 4 eggs, 5 plums, for 6 plums, 7 cookies, for 8 cookies, 9 pies, for 10 pies, and bring them back home to eat, okay? Wait a minute, girls. Then, Monday morning was market day. I went to the market to buy food, but I ate it all. Now I have a tummy ache. Again, girls. Beginning. Monday morning is market day. I go to the market for 1 fish, for 2 fish, 3 eggs, for 4 eggs, 5 plums, for 6 plums, 7 cookies, for 8 cookies, 9 pies, for 10 pies, and bring them back home to eat. Monday morning was market day. I went to the market to buy food, but I ate it all. Now I have a tummy ache. Again, girls, from the beginning. Monday morning is market day. I go to the market for 1 fish, for 2 fish, 3 eggs, for 4 eggs, 5 plums, for 6 plums, 7 cookies, for 8 cookies, 9 pies, for 10 pies, and bring them back home to eat. Monday morning was market day. I went to the market to buy food, but I ate it all. Now I have a tummy ache, okay? So this is the end of my lesson today, girls, or this is the end of my revision today. Goodbye, my beautiful students, and see you in my virtual class. Goodbye, girls. Goodbye.